Puerto Rico and the start of a 5-week exploration of this beautiful paradise island. We kick things off on the southeastern side of the island where they get about 100 inches of rain a year. It's just lush, it's wild feeling, and absolutely stunning. We got to stay in this incredible spot that's tucked up into the hills of Naguabo. It has its own private waterfall and a swimming hole in it. It kind of felt like it was straight out of a travel magazine. But before we had time to settle in, we were off on our first big adventure, a day trip to the picture-perfect island of Culebra. And this meant a super early wake-up call to catch the 8 a.m. ferry out of Ceiba. Good, very early morning, you guys. We are headed off on a super exciting adventure today. We're going to Culebra Island, which is a little island off of the southeast coast of Puerto Rico, and it is known for having one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. In fact, it's been, I think this year it was voted into the 3rd most beautiful beach in the world by Travel and Leisure magazine, but it is consistently in the top 10 most beautiful beaches in the world. So very, very excited about that. But there was a little excitement last night that we're not sure how it's going to impact our day-to-day. There was a earthquake off of the coast of the Cayman Islands last night. It was about a 7.6 on the Richter scale, so they did issue a tsunami warning for Puerto Rico last night, but they canceled it after about an hour. So we're not sure if there might be some aftershocks today or what might actually transpire. We're not even sure if the ferry might be canceled, but we won't know until we get down there. We do have to take about a 30-minute drive to get down and find the ferry terminal in Ceiba, Puerto Rico. And then we are taking the ferry over, which takes about an hour-ish to get it over there. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of play it by ear for the full day. We have made no plans for when we get over there, so it could be very interesting. We're taking all of our snorkeling gear and our beach gear and everything and just planning on having a really fun beach day. Making sure that I get all my sunscreen on because after those skin cancer scares last year, I want to make sure that I'm well protected. I'm going to finish getting ready and then we're going to head down the road. We all survived the ferry ride without getting sick. It was a little bit of a rough ride and there were definitely lots of people getting sick on the ferry, but we made it. And it was interesting because at on the top level of the ferry where we were sitting, they had like 5 employees whose job was to just walk around and make sure that people had motion sickness bags and other things to help them if they started to get sick, and then they had all the paper towels and cleaning supplies. That was a first on a ferry for me to see all of those employees doing that, but I thought it was pretty cool. There were lots of empty seats considering that we thought we were going to have, it started to rain, we were going to have to like be crowded on there, but lots of empty seats. We ordered our tickets online like 3 weeks ago, so. There are a few different ways that you can get around Culebra when you come over here. You can rent a golf cart. There's some like ATV vehicles that you can rent. You can also do some Jeep rentals, which is what we are doing today. And there's taxis. Then the taxis are like big van taxis, so they can accommodate big groups. We have a big group, but we decided we really wanted to have the freedom to go where we wanted to go, so we are picking up a couple of Jeeps. And then hopefully we'll be heading to the beach really soon. So is this one of the most beautiful beaches in the world? Well, it is not half bad, that is for sure. Honestly, I thought we were going to get down here and it was going to be elbow to elbow with people because of the popularity of the beach, but it is surprisingly empty and private feeling for this to be one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. The sand is pretty, the water is just stunning. We'll probably get in there and do a little snorkeling in a little bit. But we're gonna go walk around and see what's up. Culebra used to have a Navy base on it until the early 1970s. So this tank is left over from those days where there's like 4 or 5 rusted out tanks on beaches around the island that you can find, but this is cool. It's like, makes a nice little photo prop and just kind of a nice object to want to walk to, you know, if you want to do a walk on the beach. It's such a gorgeous, easy beach to walk on. There are some beaches in Puerto Rico that can be a little challenging to walk on. The sand is a little sinky, but this one is really, it's beautiful in all the ways that you want a beach to be beautiful. Just found another tank up here on a pathway to get down to the beach. Very brightly painted, very pretty, eye-popping. Yeah, they're just cool. Great photo opportunities on those tanks. And just kind of a fun treasure hunt to go look for them, give you something to do. With the wind being a bit too much for snorkeling at the Flamenco Beach, we went in search of another beach to explore and found Tamarindo Beach. It's not very far from Flamenco, but it is on the opposite side of the island and the vibe is totally different. Tamarindo feels more rugged and low-key. The beach itself has a rocky shoreline, so it's not great for just laying out, but it is perfect for snorkeling. The water here was calm, clear, and we saw tons of colorful fish and cool coral formations. But unfortunately, even though it's a sea turtle sanctuary, we did not see any sea turtles. This gorgeous beach is not Rooster Beach, but it's the Tamarindo Beach, and it is stunning. Look how calm that water is. Gorgeous, gorgeous snorkeling. I've been in there for like an hour just swimming around looking at the fish. What an amazing, amazing place. 2 absolutely gorgeous beaches that give you 2 very different vibes for Culebra. Well, our time on Culebra is coming to an end, and we are finishing with a lovely dinner at Mamacita's right on the canal area. One of the few places that you can actually eat on the water here. My final thoughts on Culebra is that it is a gorgeous paradise island. It has quite a few beautiful beaches. I loved being able to snorkel at Tamarindo. It was just really a fabulous snorkeling area, but there isn't a lot to do here, and there aren't facilities or even food vendors or drink vendors at any of the beaches, which I totally understand. They want to keep it pristine, which I get, but you do need to come prepared if you are going to spend the day here. I would say it's a great place to come for a day trip and do like 4 or 5 hours over here. Go hit up the like 2 or 3 beaches that you want to see. Definitely Flamenco Beach, it was beautiful, and Tamarindo, like I said, loved going over there and snorkeling. But other than that, probably not necessary to come for much more than 4 or 5 hours. You do have to either ferry or fly over here, which you can hear that plane in the background. And the ferries, we got our tickets like about a month and a half ago, and they were even limited then on the tickets that you could buy. So it's best to get your tickets early. I would go ahead and reserve either a car or a golf cart before you get over here too, because that can be challenging to get. It's definitely a place that you need to be a little more planned than we were when we came over here. Other than that, I would say it is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. Definitely worth coming to at least once, if nothing else, to experience that beautiful beach at Flamenco. I'm glad we did it, but I don't think it's going to be on my very, very long list of places that I want to go back to. There's so many other beautiful places in Puerto Rico, and it is kind of a pain to get here, that I don't know, I would say explore some other places in Puerto Rico and maybe come over here if you have a little bit of extra time. I am going to be doing a ton more videos here in Puerto Rico. I am here for a little over a month, so make sure that you are subscribed if you don't want to miss out on any of my other Puerto Rico vlogs. See you soon. Bye bye.